Champions League reached the semi-final in Europe's Premier Club competition one season. This is one of the most hostile stadiums to visit for any team. The champions come here after a laboured win over the bottom club Sheriff in midweek. Guardiola has promised a much better performance tonight, and typified by the early run there from Lionel Messi.
You know, because he adapts to different teams, he gets the maximum out of his own team. We know the 3 or 2 to go into. Sheriff didn't really have the players to hurt Barcelona. They're not at their game tonight. Deportivo will.
Good work here by Messi. Return pass from Ibrahimovic. Pep Guardiola has had a private meeting with Yaya Toure, who's been unhappy. Abidal made a good supporting run on the left. Ball is going to reach Messi. Sets up the possibility of a shot. They have to get the balance absolutely right here against Barcelona.
Missed the play in the lone ball up front. Rodriguez really pushing up in support.
Here's Messi. Excellent looking ball. Picks out Henry. Break now for Ibrahimovic.
Come down and you see a wonderful ball for Messi. Henry could have perhaps first time got it back.
In fact, mere spectator in the end. Ibrahimovic. Worth a try. Dropping onto his unfavoured right side and under pressure. Messi.
Fair enough. If not, himself in the 18-yard box.
Work to do here for Alves. He was saying a whole raft of changes, no less than 7 to the starting 11 from the midweek win at Iniesta in mind. And he says sometimes it can take 5 and even 6 of the opposition players just merely to counteract.
It's belief in their ability as well. They just keep shoving it into the feet of Xavi, Messi, Iniesta. It doesn't matter if they're crowded out or marked by 1 or 2 players. They'll still believe they can move.
The winners of that tie will face either Barcelona or Sevilla. Well, 2 cracking, mouth-watering ties there. And certainly the strongest. Lionel Messi. Iniesta and Xavi. Dani Alves. Useful cross, Ibrahimovic. It's Messi. Cut out easily by Lopo. Back and in contention again. The 34-year-old former Spanish international. On his career, those heady days of Fran and Mauro Silva and Valeron in his pomp. What a great team they were, so entertaining.
I think it's the type of team that Martino's set up. So no resources to go and bring new players into the club. He's had to work with what he's got. And I have to say, 5th place, that really pumped.
Chance again to one at Manuel Pablo. Adrian was back to cover. Here's Messi. Oh, how did he find a gap there? And only narrowly escaping an own goal. Deportivo La Coruña, but the quick feet, just spellbinding from Messi.
Doesn't appear to be any way through here. Goes past Colotto, Manuel Pablo. There's the shot.
Here's Messi. Lots of room here for Iniesta. Alves. Messi.
Yeah. Attacking half of the pitch for Barcelona, as I said. Great patience from Deportivo in terms of defending, good concentration levels. 2 centre-backs going to play a huge part in this game tonight for Deportivo.
Messi. Early ball in from Alves. Sunday, Villarreal against Getafe from El Madrigal, followed by Athletic Bilbao. Surely this Barcelona pressure is going to tell sooner rather than later. Here's Messi. In came Henry beyond the far post, but I think the whistle had gone. Spot of pushing perhaps from Ibrahimovic.
I think he attempts the overhead kick here as the delivery in for Messi.
Guardiola knows that Barcelona's record down the years is particularly Busquets. It's Messi. Good covering by Manuel Pablo, losing possession in a crucial area. I'm happy that Lopo was able to make the block. Here's Dani Alves. And now Messi! It's a glorious finish. One touch out of his feet, the swift turn, and Aranzabir rendered a mere spectator.
Just the impact that Messi is having on this Barcelona team. Here we see it, it's the ball in for Dani Alves. He shifts it, gets it onto his left foot. Manuel Pablo doesn't get close enough. They try in vain to block the shot. That is the finish. And we know his world-class qualities playing wide, can dribble at players. That is a world-class finish from a lethal marksman. In the centre-forward role there, he proved to be an absolute expert taking that challenge.
His 8th league goal of the season, scheduled to fly to Paris on Sunday. Lionel Messi to receive the Ballon d'Or for Europe's Player of the Year. Just a little practice for the World Player crown, which surely will be coming his way too. First Barcelona player, incidentally, to win the Ballon d'Or since Ronaldinho in 2005. Iniesta's touch letting him down. Alves. Space opening up for Messi. That means the danger signs are up for Deportivo. Good alert goalkeeping from Aranzabir. I think the flag was up anyway for offside.
Xiaomi just mistime his run. Again, Messi just dropped deep there, found space which they cannot afford him to do. Messi there just getting a knock to the back. Pressure just is too much for most teams.
Getting the lone striking role tonight because Ricky is both injured and suspended. Here's Iniesta, Xavi. Manuel Pablo across tidily there. Lovely take from Ibrahimovic. Here's Messi. Lovely pass. And a very important hand to deny a certain second goal for Ibrahimovic. Absolutely vital that Aranzabir won the race there.
Central defenders into midfield. Of course, once they get in this area of the pitch, they can just do anything they like. I have to say, great piece of goalkeeping from Aranzabir. So cleans.
Iniesta. That was just about equalising goal. Down very slowly to his left and ought to have made the save. He'll know that.
And he'll totally dominate.
Joins the list of players who are top scorers currently for the home side. Great touch turn from Messi. May want to go it alone here, Lionel Messi. There's good movement off the ball from Ibrahimovic, trying to open up the space. He is blindingly quick with the ball at his feet, isn't he? More than the rest after tonight. They're looking to make the gap again. 5 points, that's brilliantly worked. And Aranzabir denies Messi Lovely link-up between him and Ibrahimovic. And Aranthebir having a good game tonight, and it's important he does.
The link-up play between the two strikers, they're absolutely superb. Messi there, the link-up with Ibrahimovic, great skill from two.
That Ricky is both injured and suspended. Lassad is injured. And here's Messi. Ibrahimovic. Lovely little disguise on the pass. Lopo in to intercept. Still some work to do at the back here for Deportivo.
Giving attackers the benefit of the doubt. Another tight decision.
Here's Messi. Second favourite there. Just unable to find the pass for Iniesta. Strong work there from Piqué. Two centre-backs have conceded together since August. Deportivo free kick. Had a good view of matters, the referee. Messi. Ibrahimovic. That's easy. Corner in by Messi. Almost.
So the likes of PK, Ibrahim.
Again, Messi attacks that near post area with a delivery. Ibrahimovic. With 6 in the league. Very good in the air, we know. See if somebody else can oblige from Messi's free kick. This attacking play. Build-ups just a touch slower than they were in the first half. Certainly more passes going astray this time.
It just isn't happening for the French winger.
Messi. Touch from Ibrahimovic, never looked likely to reach its target in Henry, and the flag up for offside. Messi. That was a surprise from that angle. Fully expected Guardado to strike it. To where Guardiola is going to utilise him, usually down the right. And here he is. Free roll, Lionel Messi, scorer of Barcelona's goal in that.
I think the general gist of it, Xavi and Busquets in the centre of midfield.
Well, this ground right next to the beach in La Coruña. There's a fair old wind whipping up. Raheem appeared to be in charge.
To share a possession again.
To Deportivo La Coruña, Valeron, if they can get him involved and out there. Here's a chance.
Raheem in the first half. It's been a fantastic game. Was called on.
It's Messi. Alves. Messi. Lovely change of body direction, and surprisingly the shot rather closer to corner flag than Aranthebir's goal, but a little shimmy there opened up the space for the shot.
It's a wonderful drop of the shoulder, great first touch from Messi. Just slices across the ball.
Messi. Busquets. It's cleverly done, they're onside here. Brilliant from Barcelona! Oh, that's fantastic! It's been a while coming in this second half, but when it arrived, that is the stuff of champions. Lionel Messi makes it 2-1 at the Riazor.
And again, it's Messi at the double. I did say about they had to refrain from just hitting high hopeful balls into the box. It's great play from there. It's Pedro with a cutback. Great movement for Messi. They had to get to the byline, get quality crossing, pick someone out in the middle. Pedro does exactly that. Clinical finish again from Lionel Messi. He's just having the time of his life at the moment. The European Player of the Year, 2 goals tonight. Absolutely sensational again.
A real body blow for Deportivo La Coruña. Conceded that goal when they were down to 10 men, and that injury for Andres Guardado.
I think that was crucial, Kevin. They're not only down to 10 men, but Guardado has linked up really well with Felipe in terms of defending down that flank. They were missing an extra player there.
Here's Messi. Iniesta's made a clever little run.
Well, they've got to keep his eye. Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Iniesta seemed to have nowhere to go, but still found a pass for Dani Alves, who picks out Messi. We're on at least final few minutes. Player who can provide a killer pass to get Deportivo back into by Busquets. And by Alves. Messi. Well, there were times in the first half when Barcelona looked like they might make this more of a procession than ultimately it has been. Only 3 very good saves from Aranzabía prevented Barcelona from being comfortably in front of the break. As it was 1-1. That second goal for this man, Lionel Messi, as the champions in position to get.
The assistant referee did eventually raise the flag, Kevin, when Guardado, just prior to having the shot, was probably the reason for the greatest effort, was it, from the Mexican winger.
Here's Abidal, excellent ball in, and that's it. All 3 points for Barcelona. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. 3 goals in the last 3 league games for the Swedish international, and he made that look ridiculously easy.
We talked about a settling-in period, didn't we?
Even they did in that fantastic last season. Ominous for the rest. Here's Messi. Oh, lovely pass. Keita. There's not quite 2 more goals for Lionel Messi, 1 for Ibrahimovic. Those 2 having a bit of a race for the top league scorer for the champions this season. They're both on 9 now in the league. Messi is the overall top scorer with 13. It was a great day when Lionel Messi signed on the dotted line. In fact, there wasn't even a dotted line. Charlie Reshak, the former Barcelona coach, who was head of the youth academy at the time Messi was invited for a trial. He was so good that Reshak got him to sign on the back of a paper napkin, so the story goes, to make sure that he didn't escape Barca's clutches. Just fantastic to watch, and here he is again. It is a real privilege to commentate on Lionel Messi week in, week out. Certainly plenty of these current names will live long in the memory, not only of Barcelona fans, but every football supporter who appreciates the game the way it should be played. 2 goals for Lionel Messi, 1 for Zlatan Ibrahimovic. The better side did win.
Yeah, it was some great, always the same with Messi, with Xavi, Dani Alves, Iniesta, and also we have to remember Ibrahimovic, and here we have a great goal.
He's exceptional. He can just create something from nothing at all. You take your eye off him for a second.
Yeah, we see it here, but we will also see. I think maybe we'll see the other.
See that in a moment. Yeah.
Play in the moment where he's 1 against 4 or 5, and well, he has some incredible skills.
In your time, you were an entertainer. How much do you enjoy watching Lionel Messi entertain with little runs like we're going to see here?
Well, it's players like him that we would like to pay to watch. I mean, it's very nice to see teams and your own team, but everybody likes to see Messi. Look here, 1 against 4. That's what football is also about.
You've played with him against the best. How good is he? Put him into context.
Well, I think since the era of Maradona, every time there's been a guy with talent, especially from Argentina, they talk about the new Maradona. Well, he looks like Maradona, and he's only 22 years old.
And you've got to be some player to wear lime green boots as well, haven't you?
Yeah, that's true. But also,
what colour boots did you wear?
Black. I'm very traditional that way. But just to finish the Messi, he has incredible individual skill, but he's also a team player, and that's what I like about him as well.
It wasn't a classic Messi performance, but he was the difference between the two teams. He scored the goal in the first half for Barcelona. As we say, they weren't having many chances. It's just a case of wearing down Deportivo La Coruña, but still a world-class finish from the little Argentinian.
To talk about Messi, I think so many things have been said about him, and more will come. But yeah, world-class player, the best, in my opinion, the best player in the world right now in the last 12 months.
In fact, is that kind of performance where actually Barcelona needed this? Nothing special was happening for them, and you would say this is a team. Michael said it earlier. This is a team that creates their own chances. It's hardly ever depend on one individual. It's true that Ibrahimovic opens up the score more often than not. It's true that sometimes Iniesta could create some magic, but normally it's just the way they play that makes their chances. Today was a need for something special from Messi or from Ibra, and you got it from both. First from Messi and later from Ibra.
Michael, you called it. You said that Messi's going to pop up with something. By his standards, he had a quiet evening, but again, he was on the end of another sharp Barcelona move here.
Yeah, when I said that we were looking at the game, I didn't thought about a header. But well, he did it also in the final in Rome against Man United. So, but as Guillem just said, when things is not going fluently like they used to, then you need something special, and here you have him. Messi, if he uses his head or his left foot or his right foot, but he can give you that extra when you need it.
In fact, it was a Barcelona move, probably one of the few moves of Barcelona I was seeing like that, with the possession. They were patient. It went from one side to the other, and then just at the last bit, they just put a little bit of pace.
Great little shuffle away, wasn't it, there from Manuel Pablo, as you're saying, Guillem?
Yeah, no, it was surprising that you didn't see much more of that at Barcelona, but I think it was down to the fact that if you're tired, the first thing that affects your game is the defending. I think you're not aggressive, you don't recover the ball early enough, and then you expect...